Welcome back everybody for Workshop Showcase Wednesday. Today we're back with Empyrion looking at a recreation of a Star Trek ship called the Runabout. Now there are multiple variations of this design on the workshop. However, this one caught my attention as being the best looking one, as well as also the best laid out and balanced ship for regular use in game as far as functionality. So runabouts in the Star Trek universe are small, multi-purpose starships generally considered to be slightly larger shuttlecraft. Now they are meant to be manned by a crew of one or more and typically are used just for regular utility purposes. Now, one of the first things to notice on this outside is that it has a decent armament of weapons that include railguns, plasma cannons, and homing rocket launchers. On the front of the ship, there are only a few pieces of glass, which makes this a very durable ship when you are in a fight. Behind these covers, there are multiple thrusters both on the front of the wings and the back of each wing, making this a very fast and maneuverable ship for both forwards and backwards movement. Underneath each wing, we have this little pontoon type thing that has your docking mechanisms as well as a large number of thrusters there, making it very, very maneuverable for fighting purposes. Now, coming into the back of the ship, there's actually two manual doors you have to open. I believe this was an aesthetic choice because of the design on the original ship. There are 8 passenger seats in the very back, along with O2 tanks and an O2 station. You have 6 total ammo boxes and a total of 24 cargo boxes. There are 2 cockpit seats in the front, allowing you to pilot from either one. There are also 2 constructors, one on each side, as well as a fridge on each side, making this overall a very balanced ship for transporting a large amount of cargo or just being a good fighter. Now, as I said, this is a very fast and maneuverable ship, able to move around at very high speeds. It has a very good turn rate, making it able to swing around as you're trying to fight either a drone, an enemy ship, or take out some turrets on a POI. Now, overall, the Runabout is a very well balanced and functional ship design on its own, not counting the Star Trek theme. But of course, you're probably going to want to do your own customizations to it to make it fit your playstyle, or at the least, you want it to say maybe your initials or your in-game tag for Steam, YouTube, whatever on it. Now, for my purposes, I didn't see the need for 2 doors in the back, so I have removed one. I've taken out the passenger seats, and I've added more oxygen tanks so I can hold more oxygen on it for longer trips out, considering how much cargo space I have. I've added 2 armor lockers and 3 cargo boxes, which can of course be used for things such as storing the armor boost, or just, utilities such as the multi-tools, the multi-charge cells for the multi-tools, things like that. I have left all of the cargo and ammo boxes intact because, hey, if you've been keeping up with my stuff, you know I like having a lot of cargo space. I've also decided not to modify the constructor and fridge arrangement up front because, hey, it really works well for me, I think. Now, of course, in the back, you can add more things such as extra oxygen tanks, as I have. You can add more fuel tanks if you want to be able to drive it for longer, more fridges, as I have done so here. The options are up to you. It just depends on what you feel are your needs for this ship and what it needs to be able to do for you. Now, this vessel caught my attention for numerous reasons, but most of it was because of how functional it is. This vessel comes well equipped with a lot of cargo space. Modifying the inside doesn't require you to do any kind of rearranging of critical components. This ship is also very well armed, which is a very nice element, allowing this to be kind of an all-around ship for your needs, both combat ready and cargo space ready. Okay, so as usual, what is my opinion on this ship? Well, for me, this ship is kind of the, cream of the crop. It has everything you could need, except for the fact that you can't mount a turret to it yet, which maybe the developers will change that, maybe not. This ship provides you with everything you need though. You have plenty of cargo space as well as great offensive and defensive capabilities with it. Overall, I give this a 10 out of 10 just on the functionality of it alone. When you add that it's supposed to be a Star Trek inspired design, it really does just work well because overall it feels like a great set of dimensions for the ship. Nothing seems too squished. Now this ship is pretty wide because of the wings on the side, so you will need either a large cargo bay door and hangar space, or need a large landing pad on the outside of your base or capital ship in which to dock this. But if you were looking for a good all-around small vessel that can provide you both good fighting capability as well as have plenty of cargo space and be protective of you while you are inside being shot at, then you definitely want to check this ship out. I will have a link below in the description if you want to try this design out on your own. And of course, as always, modify the design to fit your needs because it's you playing the game, no one else. You need to play it your way. Well, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure you hit subscribe and tick the notification bell if you haven't already done so. You can keep up with all my content during the week. You also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you want to keep up with everything that way, or just say hi to me. Well, as always, this is your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks again for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.